Hello, Vishnu,
Hey Dhananjay.
and hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the last of the workshop sessions. I'm really glad to have Vishnu here. Uh, and as people are trickling in from the previous session, uh, maybe we can start off. Do you want to share slides, Vishnu? So yeah, so this is the last of the workshop sessions for this North America Day of the Enterprise Automation Summit, or EASY 2021. And this session will focus on top 5 tech considerations when you're migrating off of legacy integration platforms. Today we have Vishnu Thatikonda, who is Director of Professional Services at SnapLogic, and he'll be sharing insights from his experience migrating from legacy platforms into SnapLogic. And Vishnu has over 20 years of professional service experience. He started off in the application and data integration project space. He has planned, set up, and deployed many onshore or any shore model teams, and worked with passions to works with passion to make our customers successful. And prior to SnapLogic, he has worked at big 5 consulting companies in CIO advisory teams, and also in EAI space as an enterprise architect. So up to you, Vishnu.
Thank you, Dhananjay. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining this session. Today, we'll be talking about legacy integration platform modernization and specifically focusing on top 5 things we should be considering when migrating off of legacy integration platform. And there are a few housekeeping items that I'd like to share before we start. If you have any questions during the presentation, please use the questions tab for the session, which is on the right-hand side of your screen, and type it in there. We'll bring up the questions either during the presentation or cover it at the end during Q&A at the end of the presentation. If for any reason we cannot get to your questions during the allotted time, we'll make sure we'll reach out to you via email. During the presentation, we have a couple of poll questions, which I'll be bringing up shortly. Please select your answer and hit submit, and then we'll continue with our presentation. All right, at a high level, this is what we are going to talk about. We'll be looking at the challenges of the legacy integration platform, technology considerations for picking new platform, recommended approach to move from legacy to the new integration platform. We'll give a quick overview of SnapLogic Intelligent Integration Platform, and we'll have a summary and few minutes at the end of the presentation for Q&A. Let's start with the first poll question. I see about I think people are still joining in, but let's get started. The first poll question: how many of you are in the process or thinking about migrating off of a legacy integration platform? A, in the process; B, with the next 6 months to a year; this is not on your mind right now; or it is important but not urgent.
And yeah, so I think looks like whoever has responded, all of them are in the process of migrating off of a legacy integration platform. So 100%
That's
in the
awesome.
process. Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge with your legacy integration platform? Completely reliant on IT experts. It's hard. You cannot enable technical users, non-technical users. Can't finish projects faster. Can't efficiently connect to cloud-based data or applications. Security and privacy concerns when connecting from on-premise to cloud systems. Painful maintenance and upgrades.
So yeah, I think based on the responses so far, it looks like the legacy systems can't efficiently connect to cloud-based data and applications, and 50% said the maintenance and upgrades are really painful. So
Right.
that is the biggest challenge. with those platforms?
Thanks for your answers. That's great. Most of the options here are very common problems that we see across our customers. There is, as you said, like there could be a very good chance that more than one of these challenges are true in your case. Okay, legacy integration platform challenges. Let's look at what are these. The way I define legacy integration platform is any incumbent integration platform which requires highly specialized skill set coders and technologies to develop and maintain your integrations, right? It's too IT centric and it's heavy burden on IT. And it requires long development and deployment cycles to build integrations. There is a way, there is always a backlog and wait time for you to get your integration needs in, which in turn causes delays to meet your business needs, right? So it's slow time to value and slow time to market too. You cannot provide to the new requirements of the business and makes it hard to connect to any modern APIs and cloud applications. That was one of the challenges, I guess, that was selected by the firm here. And these challenges will make it hard to keep ahead of your competition, right? And your security and your IT and security team has concerns over data privacy when connecting from on-premise to cloud applications. These are primarily the main 4 challenges that we have seen that our customers have raised when they're migrating, when they want to migrate from legacy platform. Now let's look at the integration platform. Why do you even want to modernize, right? The technology revolution is forcing every business to adapt to the changes. And this is very imperative for all the businesses to survive. Disruptive technologies are changing the technology landscape, your competition, and the market. Your integration platform should provide agility to orient yourself, adapt, and change to enable the business to respond to your competition and disruptions, right? You have to increase your agility and flexibility to respond to these disruptions and competition, right? You need to get to the market faster time to market for new initiatives, and also to reduce costs, which will improve your business and operational level. The integration platform should be an enabler which adds value to your business and to your customers, right? We have to always create value for your business and customers. Now let's look at the key features or capabilities that your new. In order to adapt and move quickly, you need to give access to the data to the business stakeholders, which will aid them in making the proper business decisions, right? And you have to be able to connect to legacy systems as well as cloud applications and marry them if your business requires to use both legacy and cloud applications, right? We need to have the ability to adopt hybrid architecture, because a legacy system data is still important to keep your business running. And as you adapt to the new systems, you must be able to integrate these new systems with the existing processes in place and make sure business processes are seamless and they are automated and there's no disruption to your business. Let's look at the technology considerations when we are doing this legacy integration platform modernization. The list that I'm showing here is not a comprehensive list, but these are the things that we come across our customers all the time, customers and prospects all the time. Business continuity, right? This is a very important consideration that we need to have, so that the business users and customers are not affected during the migration process. Okay? This requires proper planning and preparation, including including running and supporting both legacy platform and the new platform in parallel for some time, right? This is very important as this will give us enough time for the business to validate the results before cutting over to the new platform, and also provides time for you to train your business users with the new platform, and also any process improvements that you might be doing during this modernization program. Data quality and data assurance are key, and we have to make sure that these are tested and tried and tested during this process. Any business process changes will impact the business and leadership directly. So very, very crucial consideration. The tool that you are choosing should be business friendly and should be a modern platform, right? A platform that will help develop integrations faster and deploy them into your production using features like low code, no code, or citizen integrated capabilities. That will streamline and speed up integration requirements from the business, right? The new platform should be future-proof, right? It should be able to connect to a wide range of data sources, both legacy and cloud data application, on-prem and cloud. Should be able to connect to your modern APIs. Should be able to scale to meet your future needs, and should grow along. Should be scalable and should grow along with your demand and growth as the business grows. Security and governance, right? These are a few things that come up all the time with the IT and security team. The new platform should conform to the existing IT standards and processes. Right? If you are following any DevOps processes, the new platform should be able to adapt to them seamlessly or maybe with minimal effort. The new platform should also conform to all security requirements. If you're moving data from on-prem to cloud, or have to do any kind of data movement between different systems outside of your firewall, and have sensitive PII data like PII data, you should have the capabilities like encryption of data in motion. And these are very important for the security team and for running your business properly. Maintenance and support, right? You need to plan to have your not only your development team but your testing team and your support team so that they are trained and ready to support the new integrations and platform when you go live. There should be a plan and a process to support existing platform while transitioning into the new platform, right? So that not only the business continues as usual, but your support team and your testing team are able to do that in parallel while not taking any downtime. You should be able to rely on automated reporting for errors and data quality issues that will aid in maintenance and ongoing support. Now, this is my favorite. We are talking about 3 hours here, but some people talk about 4 hours and 5 hours. Right? It's typically what can you reuse from the legacy? What do you need to rebuild and re-architect? And what processes are you going to retire from your legacy when you move to the new platform? Looking at the above 4 considerations and your program timelines, you might have to think about reusing the existing processes wherever you can, right? When you're migrating to the new system, this is the time to take advantage to rebuild and re-architect and improve, do any kind of process improvements and make them more efficient that can be improved. And one other thing that we should definitely do is integrations rationalization, right? Similar to AppRep programs that you do whenever you do your ID consolidation. We need to look at all the existing integrations, see if there are any redundant or unused integrations that you can retire. We'll talk about some of these 3 R's in the migration approach in next slide. How do you plan for this migration? This is a very crucial step. There are like 4 or 5 steps that you need to do. In the way we recommend taking any migration program is it should be treated as any other development initiative. Right? We recommend going through a proper analysis phase where you will have your current state assessment, integration, rationalization, etc. You will draw your current state architecture. You will identify all the integration endpoints, both current and any new integrations that might come into the picture. You build your future state architecture based on your future needs and integrations, right? And depending upon the nature of integrations, timelines, and other parameters, you will determine an approach to move your integrations to the new platform, which could be redesign, lift and shift, retire, or combination of all these above, right? Then comes the planning phase. Here, a migration program plan should be created that will design your transition state architecture, which is a roadmap on how you move from your current state to the future state. A high-level design document will also be created during this phase. If you are looking for lift and shift or trying to use any kind of migration tools or accelerators, you can identify them during this phase, and project plan will be created accordingly. Next comes the design and development phase, right? This is where bulk of the heavy lifting will be done. When you're using modern day integration platforms like SnapLogic, where you can leverage low code, no code, artificial intelligence like Iris, and any kind of accelerators that can be leveraged to design and build your integrations, which will reduce your total development time. Detailed test cases should be created. These are very important to make sure that there's no disruption in business. Test case automation should be considered for faster and more reliable development. Testing automation will reduce errors, not only during building these integrations, but also if you have to do any kind of regression testing. And then you have to create a proper deployment plan and cutoff plans that will minimize any kind of disruptions to your business. The support teams should be trained on the new platform, and the update and all the updated integrations so that they can be ready to help with any problems and issues that may arise. As part of this whole program, migration program, both business and technical support teams should be trained on the new platform. In some cases, or in most of the cases, these integration changes might be transparent to the business user, but the tech support team should be well aware of all the platform changes to support it efficiently.
So Vishnu, just quick question on this slide. So there are many steps here. Just wanted to see as to, okay, from your perspective, from your conversation with customers and prospects, what is the step that is often overlooked that you think customers should spend more time on?
Yeah, the first 2 phases, like analysis and planning, these 2 are very critical when doing a legacy migration process. There's a tendency to directly dive into development and design because it's easy to use modern tools to get those integrations up and running. But if you don't have a proper plan, if you don't have the proper future state architecture, it could it could lead to a lot of problems in future in terms of a proper cutover or scalability, right? So I would highly recommend spending some time on these two phases initially, and then jump into development. How
Got
are
it.
you
Thanks.
doing with the time, Sanjay? Okay.
Yeah, so we have 6 minutes
6
left,
minutes. Okay.
Vishnu.
All right. Let's talk about the three migration approaches that I mentioned before. We could either do lift and shift, we can do redesign, or do a combination of both. Lift and shift approach, you move the existing integrations from legacy platform to the new platform with minimal or no changes to the business logic or data transformation, or even how those integrations get invoked. You use this approach when you have integrations that are very simple or integrations that have a short shelf life, right, and will be retired soon. Or you could be having very tight deadlines to move off of your existing legacy platform. We recommend leveraging accelerators or converter tools and testing automation during this phase to help you with this approach. Our recommended approach is redesign, re-architecting and redesigning the integrations while taking advantage of the efficient and modern features of new integration platform, and at the same time improving the overall business processes and performance is a recommended approach for most integrations. All right, redesign seems to be the longest path, but when you use modern technologies like SnapLogic, this could be the shortest path. Not only shortest path, but a better approach. We can do a hybrid approach depending upon the integration rationalization of your existing landscape. Low impact or non-critical integrations can be lifted and shifted while redesigning the more critical and complex business processes. I'll give a second for you to look at this slide. This gives us a quick overview of SnapLogic Intelligent Integration Platform, which will help you mitigate a lot of challenges that you face with legacy integration systems. It helps your organization deliver integrations quickly, as it's a low-code interface. We have Iris AI, which will help build these integrations faster. With SnapLogic, it's one platform for both app and data integrations, and you could do API management as well. SnapLogic is built to handle enterprise scale integration needs and can be deployed wherever your data resides. It's a very flexible architecture. With SnapLogic, you can get you get a modern architecture that helps serve both your IT and business user communities effectively, and can deliver enterprise-wide automation of business processes. To quickly look at some of the customer success stories, right? A food facility services company, one of our existing customers, they were able to get 10 times faster time to market. They were able to convert 150 Informatica mappings into one SnapLogic pipeline. That is huge reduction in technical debt, maintenance, and development time. One of our healthcare customers, healthcare providers actually, they were able to double the revenue to 7.5 billion in 3 years, and with no increase in IT budget, right? They were able to create a single source of truth with complete data insights using SnapLogic. Similarly, a web services auto buyers and owners customer, they were able to reduce their Informatica footprint or mappings almost by 85%. So they had 200 Informatica mappings. They were down to like 30 SnapLogic pipelines. Huge time savings there.
And,
Quickly.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
We have only 1 minute remaining, so yeah, we'll do quickly.
Yeah, I'll quickly go over the business outcomes summary, we are 6 times faster, 80% reduction in implementation timeline. On an average, we get 1:3 compression ratio, so 10 legacy mappings to 3 SnapLogic pipelines, and that's a very conservative number. 40% reduction in solution complexity and 3x performance and improvement, right? And we enable self-services. Back to you, Dhananjay.
Thank you. So I'm going to quickly cover resources. So yeah, you have access to free trial for customers, you have access to complimentary training, and also join us in the community if you haven't already done so. And there are also a whole bunch of resources available on the website so that you can implement SnapLogic effectively. So if you have any questions, please type in. I know this is the last session, so maybe we can go 1 or 2 minutes over. But with respect to, I mean, looking at all the Informatica pipeline mapping compression, I was thinking, Vishnu, can you elaborate a little bit on how does re-architecting help when you're migrating, especially from PowerCenter to SnapLogic?
Yeah, with Informatica mappings, this is a real world example, right? When you have like 250 Informatica mappings, instead of doing lift and shift, converting alike in SnapLogic, we decided that we should probably do a little bit redesign using the parameterization, the reuse child pipelines features in SnapLogic. Right? That help us compress 200 pipelines into 30, and in one scenario, 960 mappings in Informatica into one SnapLogic pipeline, one parameter file. So that there's a huge advantage in doing redesign versus doing lift and shift.
Got it. Awesome. I know we are 1 minute over. Any other last word you want to say, Vishnu?
Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions regarding any legacy migration programs that you're doing. We are here to help.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Vishnu. Thank you for your time. And we are at the end of our workshop session. So there'll be a quick break, and then there'll be next part of the program. And I think customer panel is next. So thank you, Vishnu, again, and thank you for all the attendees.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.